Happy New Year! Hi, how's everybody doing? It is a new year. It's a new year. It's a new start. It's a new focus. Welcome to Happy Hour with Miss Melanie, 1 hour of happy. I'm so happy to see you here. I missed all of you. We're on a new time, we're on a new day, and we're doing new things. How about that? So thank you all for joining me, Miss Melanie, for 1 hour, Happy Hour with Miss Melanie, 1 hour of happy. We want you to know that you must take at least 1 hour a day for yourself. Every 24 hours, take 1 hour out of that 24 hours for yourself. You know what I mean? You got to do something that makes you happy, that refocus you, that recenters you, that brings you down to peace. You know what I mean? Do something that make you laugh. Do something that brings you joy. Do something that makes you happy. I'm so glad that you're here. If you're new to Happy Hour with Miss Melanie, 1 hour of happy, I am Miss Melanie, and I am here to make sure you have 1 hour of happy every day. I'm the mother of 3 beautiful daughters, and I'm here to let you know that it's a lot. It is a lot, but you have to carve some time out for yourself. You have to make sure that you are enjoying life, and start with 1 hour. Take 1 hour and make that the center of your day. 1 hour for yourself, just to restart, to breathe, to refocus. You must do that for yourself. You got to prioritize yourself. You have to make sure you do something. Now, I do different things. I laugh. I do karaoke. I dance. I sometimes, believe it or not, I sit still and be quiet. Believe it or not, I do. You have to be able to refocus yourself. And the reason why that is so important is because everybody else is dependent on you. You have your children, you have your husband if you're married, your significant other, your boo, my man, my man, my man. You know, we have so many things. We work, you know what I mean? We some of us are sisters, aunts, friends. You know, it's so much of us that we give out. So we have to make sure that we are taking at least 1 hour for ourselves. 1 hour to make us happy. Sometimes, we want to, just go for a walk. You know what I mean? To clear our head, to spend some time with ourselves. Sometimes we just want to go and pray. It's a restart of a new year, and people, they think of new things that they want to do. They want to restart. They want to start going to the gym. They want to eat healthier. They want to do different things. You know what I mean? And all of that is good. All of that is good. We all need to do something for at least 1 hour to make us happy. You know what I mean? And I'm going to tell you one thing. They say that if you do something for at least 15 days, it becomes a habit. I'm telling you to do it every day. So you will have this, it'll be a part of your day, that you will take at least 1 hour for yourself to have to yourself. And I want you to know that it's important for your health. It really, really is. It's important to how you come across. You know what I mean? It's important to your health. You know what I mean? Health is wealth. You know what I mean? Laughter is medicine for the soul. Medicine that will heal you. Laughter. Having fun. Having some joy. Bringing all of that into your day. At least for 1 hour. Once you exhale and begin to do something that makes you happy, let me tell you one thing. You can take on anything else the other 23 hours of the day. And make sure you get some sleep. You got to get some sleep. You got to get some rest. Because if you're overworked and you're overwhelmed, you're not good. So that's part of taking 1 hour. Sometimes you just have to sit still. Sometimes you just have to, be quiet. And just think. Or just, meditate. Or just get in the moment. But I want you to make sure that you take at least 1 hour for yourself. I want to give a shout out right now to Vicky. She's in the hospital. She's been in the bed trying to get better. So all of you guys that's out there, please pray for Vicky and that she has a speedy recovery because she has things to do. She has things to do, honey. And while you're there in the hospital, get 1 hour of happy. Get 1 hour that you don't think about all the stuff that's going on with you in the hospital. Remove that from your mind and focus on getting well and think on things that'll make you better. Okay? We love you. We love you, Vicky, and we're praying for you. All right. So we're talking about this is the beginning of the year, and this is a time when we usually reflect on the year that we've had, and we look at the pros, we look at the cons, we look at what happened, what worked, what didn't work, what we liked, what we didn't like, and we try to do something better. That's most of us, you know what I mean? We want to do something better in the new year. So what I want us to focus on is what we're going to do for the new year. Don't worry about what didn't work. You know what I mean? Don't boggle yourself down with what didn't work. You know what I mean? Just learn from that. The things that you did that you should have gotten rid of, get rid of them. It's okay. But this is a new start. This is a new, a fresh start. This is a new focus. You focus on new things. And at the top of the year, the way it's, life is made, we go through 1 year, and then at the end of the year, we start thinking about what we want to do new in the new year. I used to make New Year's resolutions, but I don't anymore because they always get broken. You know what I mean? So when you start doing things and make it a habit, when you start doing it every day, like taking 1 hour happy for yourself, and you'll start being in your system. It's not nothing that you start and say, I'm going to go on this diet, I'm going to lose 100 pounds, and if I don't lose this 100 pounds in a week, I start eating all this unhealthy food again, and then I just lose that. Every day you have to start doing something for you. That's why every day you have to take 1 hour for yourself. And this year, we're going to refocus. We're going to, this is a new year, this is a new start, so we're going to refocus. We're going to focus on the good things, things that's going to make us happy, things that's going to help us grow, things that's going to progress us. We're not going to ponder on what didn't work. We're going to learn from that. We're not going to ponder on any negativity. We don't want to bring the negativity into our new year. We don't. It's not welcome. You know what I mean? That when you bring that negativity in, it steals from your 1 hour of happy. Because it makes it harder for you to be able to get to your 1 hour of happy because you're constantly thinking about what didn't work. So we're going to refocus because we got a new start and this is a new year. So happy new year to everybody. Out with the old and in with the new. Happy New Year's, everybody. Out with the old and in with the new. We're not dragging last year into this year because we got a new start. We got a new focus. We refocused our vision for our lives. Okay, my family and I, we've done a vision board. And I like vision boards. I really, really do. I like vision board parties. I like to get together and do a vision board because it gives you time to kind of like reset yourself. You know what I mean? It gives you, you start thinking about what you want to do different. I got another opportunity this year to do something different. So, yes, do a vision board or write down a different vision for you, what you want different, or you can call it goals. Write down some new goals for yourself because this is a reset. We're resetting ourselves. We're doing stuff different. But we want to do stuff that's going to bring us joy, that's going to make us happy, it's going to make us feel good. We're going to get rid of all of the things that didn't make us happy. Yes. You can do it. You can do it. And another thing, I have my drink of choice for today at this happy hour is water. I have me a cold glass of water. That's what I'm drinking today. Who knows what I'll be drinking next Thursday, but today at this happy hour, I'm having a cup of cold water. Maybe it should have been room temperature, but I felt like cold water. So I got me a drink. So what are you drinking? Put it in the comments. Let me know what you're having. It's so refreshing. It's so refreshing. And it just goes with my day. I'm having a refreshing day, a new start of a day. And I want you to have that too. I want you to know that I'm going to be featuring a drink every week on Happy Hour with Miss Melanie. And today I'm featuring a glass of water, aqua. Just a glass of water. Just having a glass of water. Many times we drink so many other things that we don't get a chance to have some water. Or we don't prefer water. But this is really healthy. Now maybe I could have had it room temperature, but I like it a little cold. So I have some water on ice. But because this is a new year and this is a new beginning, I wanted it in this cup. These are different things that we do for ourselves. I love glasses and champagne goblets and stemware. I just love it. Don't know why, but I do. And this is what I like to do. I find some things that I like to do, and I love to find different glasses. So every week I'll be showing a different glass that I have, or whatever I'm drinking out of, whatever my drink is. So every day, every week I'm going to feature a new drink. So today we're having water. What are you having? Put it in the comments. Alrighty. So we reflected on last year, and we thinking about what worked and what didn't work, and we're going to refocus on ourselves. We're going to start working on the things that worked, and the things that worked usually are the things that make us grow or the things that make us happy. So don't forget to get rid of the old because we're in the new. Whatever happened, old boyfriends, old friends that didn't work out, that really wasn't a friend, get rid of them. Old relationships, old things that did not work, get rid of them. Don't carry them into this year. If you have a friend that you're telling your business to, or you think that's your friend, and then they're telling somebody, they're talking about you to somebody else, that's not a friend. Get rid of that. Because what happens is a dog that carries a bone brings a bone. That bring a bone, carry a bone. So they're talking to somebody else about you, and they're talking to you about somebody else. Hi, son, Happy New Year. So don't bring that into your year. If these are not friends, because real friends wouldn't do anything like that. So if this is not working for you, get rid of that. If you're in a relationship and he's not really into you, or he's cheating on you, get rid of it. Just say it's not working. It don't have to be, no fight or nothing. It don't have to be no argument. It's not working. Let's just go our own separate ways. And I wish you the best of luck. But in that time, spend some time with you. Don't jump right into another relationship, because you got to see what worked in that relationship and what didn't work. Because you don't want to pick up a new relationship and bring the old stuff in there, the old ways you used to handle stuff, or pick up the old guys, attract the old kind of guys. So listen, it's okay to be single if you need to be single, but listen, don't bring stuff in your year that was old from last year, that you did not like, that did not make you happy, that you had a hard time with. Don't bring that into this year. You survived last year. You know what I mean? You survived it. So we want new beginnings, because we got a fresh start. We got a new year, and we're doing new things. So rid of all that old stuff because we're in the new. Start focusing on your new year. It's about becoming a healthier version of yourself. It's about becoming new. And you may say, well, I still got this going on. I still got that going on. Yes, you may still have things going on that you had to carry over from last year into this year, but work on getting rid of them. If it's negativity, work on getting rid of them. I want you to be able to talk to people better. Don't yell, don't argue, just speak. Just talk. You know what I mean? Don't get in no unnecessary arguments or no unnecessary riffs. Just talk. I don't, I don't feel like talking today or I don't want to talk. Just have a conversation. You don't have to get into an argument. Those things steal your peace. They steal your joy. Then you can't have your 1 hour of happy because it destroys your 1 hour happy. You're upset. We want to change the things that we didn't like last year, the cons that we had last year, because we're starting fresh. This is a new season. This is a fresh start. This is a new year. It's a new you. Believe it or not, it's a new you. And it's up to you to make sure you walk in your newness. You have to start with making sure you take 1 hour a day. 1 hour a day just for yourself, just to clear your head, just to do something that you want to do for yourself. I'm going to tell you a funny story about me. I was a people pleaser. I wanted everybody around me to be happy all the time, and I did whatever to make everybody happy because I wanted everybody to be happy. But it was at my expense. And then sometimes I would spend all of my time trying to make everybody else happy. At the end of the day, I didn't have no more fuel. I didn't have nothing for myself because I had given out everything. When I decided to start doing things for me, it started becoming a problem. But I understood it because I was so used to doing things for everybody else. And when it wasn't working like that, it was noticed. Oh, now you're doing this, or now you... No, I'm just making sure I'm getting at least 5 minutes for me. So when you start to change, it will be noticeable. But you're changing for the better. I love people. I love my family. I love my friends. And I was forgetting to love me. So I had to learn to love me and appreciate me. And then you have to teach people how to treat you. So if you're always giving out, that don't mean that, people are taking advantage of you. That's just how you presented yourself. And that's what I was doing. So when I decided that I wanted to make me a priority, then I had to teach people how to treat me. And it worked out. It was a change. And some people spoke about it. Like, oh, you changing. Oh, you different. I did change. I still love you, but I'm considering me first. You know what I mean? Like my children, they needed me more when they were younger. Now they're older. I don't have to be available like that anymore. I need to be available a little bit more for me. You know what I mean? And when you start doing that, you'll start, considering yourself. You know what I mean? I started considering my skin. I started doing skincare. I always had beautiful skin. But I started doing skincare. I started taking care of my skin and doing facials and taking care of my face. And, I'm getting a little older. Who could tell? Nobody. But, under my eyes, I see that I'm starting to get bags. So I'm starting to take, eye treatments and all of that. Just paying more attention to me. You know what I mean? That's when you make sure that you're doing something for you. I do things like, when I get out of the shower, I use this Bath and Body Works has a nice. I'm not giving them no plug, but some foot cream, and I use that, and I just rub my feet back and forth. My feet is smooth as a baby's bottom, but just taking that little bit of time for me. You know what I mean? Once you take care of yourself, you feel more better about yourself. You'll start dealing with your health different. You'll start dealing with the things of you more. You'll become more important to you, and that's what happened. It wasn't that um, I I let people take advantage of me, but I did not consider myself. And the fault was in me. I didn't take 1 hour of happy. I didn't even consider 1 hour of happy. My children would give me a spa every year, once a year. Who goes to the spa once a year? But my children would send me once a year on Mother's Day. I need that, once a month. You know what I mean? But you start to get into yourself. You start to realize, oh, I like that. I don't need to do that once a year. I need to do that for myself. I don't need to wait for somebody to do that for me. I need to just lay back and get a facial. Let somebody just massage, different parts of my face and just, you know what I mean, take the wrinkles out and all of that. These things make you feel better of yourself. And get your hair done. I hate to do my own hair. I love to go to the hair salon. The only thing about that is I hate them staying there for 100 hours. That's the only problem. But I love it. I love it. I go in one way and come out another way. I love it. It makes me feel better for myself. And so that's what I'm employing you to do. I'm employing you to get more into yourself. Do something for you. And you can start with 1 hour a day of happy. 1 hour for you. Just take a bubble bath. Lock yourself in the bathroom. Put some music on if that's what you like. And just relax. You will feel so much better after you get out. Because you be done exhaled. You release anything from the day. You release it. And you feel so much better. Another thing I like to do is I like to go shopping. I know when I lose a little bit more weight, I'll like more shopping, but I like to go shopping. I like to go shopping for clothes. I like to go house shopping for my home. I like to go shopping for others. I like shopping. I like grocery shopping. I get that from my mother. Now I just have to be perfectly honest. I get that from my mother. My kids, they tease me. They say every time you go into any store, you just get a card. Well, my mother did that, and I never realized it. That when I go in the supermarket, I get a shopping cart. I go into any store that has cards, Marshalls, Home Goods, any of those stores, I get a card at the door. And when you get a card, that's designed that way for you to get a card. Because if you're coming in there for one or two things, you're not going to get one or two things. The card makes you get more stuff. That's a marketing strategy that consumers use. I already know that, but I love it. I love to flaneur through the store, and I could probably tell you what's in Marshalls, what's in Home Goods, what's in TJ Maxx. I could probably tell you those things. I could probably tell you what's in Macy's Home Goods section. I can probably tell you those things because I like to go there. I can tell you everything in the supermarket. I can because I like to go those places. So when you find things that you like to do that makes you happy, do it. Do it. Oh, I'm losing a little Happy New Year thing. Do it. Find something to do to make you happy. Set goals for yourself for this year. Not resolutions because we break those. I don't know what the difference is or why is that so much. But we set a resolution, and then when we don't, when we go out with our friends, we come right off the, we're going to cut back on this, we're going to cut back on that, we're going to cut back on that, and I'll start a resolution next year. But if you start small and you start doing things a day, and if you mess up, just get back up and get back on it again. But start prioritizing yourself. If you prioritize yourself, you'll be the best person for your family, for your friends, for your colleagues at work. You will be the best person ever. But you have to make sure that you download. One of the things that I used to do, I used to watch the news. I had a big problem when the pandemic came. I was glued to the news, preferably CNN. Then I would watch my local news to see what was going on local, and that was just on all day, all day, all day, because I'm trying to figure out what's going on. And I realized that my stress level was up because I was taking in all of that. I was no longer listening to my own self. I was listening to what everybody else was saying. It's like I didn't have no more common sense because the news was saying X, Y, and Z. But sometimes you got to cut those things off because that was negative. And it was bringing me stress. And I didn't realize it. But it was on. I would fall asleep to the news, wake up to the news. I wouldn't cut my television off. It was bringing me stress. I didn't have no time to exhale. So you have to get the negative things out. That's why I said out with the old and in with the new. Because when you get those negative things out, then you can power through. Then you can have a clear head to think on good things, to think on, your goals and your aspirations, and you will be prioritizing yourself, making you first. Making yourself first is not, or prioritizing yourself, it does not mean forget about the kids, forget about your husband, forget about boo and all that. That's not what I'm saying. What it means is when you prioritize yourself, you'll be happier with your relationship, and you'll be happier with your kids, with your colleagues, with your friends. You'll have a softer approach. You'll have a different approach because you'll be talking from a place of joy. You have to stop being so hard on yourself. You have to give yourself some time to regress by taking some time for yourself. You might just want to sit down with a cup of tea. Right now in the East Coast, it's the winter months, and you might want to go ice skating. For me, if I go ice skating, I got to use the little thing that the kids use, because for sure, I'm on the ground. So I have to, use that. But I don't really go. I love roller skating, but I don't really go ice skating because it's cold. And I was born in a fall month, and where I come from, we have 4 seasons: winter, spring, summer, and fall. And winter is winter. And sometimes I just can't take it. I just don't know how I survived. So I don't like ice skating. I don't like ice skating. But maybe try it. That might be fun. I don't know. I really haven't tried it. I took my daughter. One of her things she wanted to do was you have to find out what your kids like to do. And she said, well, I think I want to start doing ice skating. I said, oh, okay. And I had to take her to the rink. And she was doing her little ice skating. You know what I mean? And that was something that she liked to do. So that's my point, to make sure that you find something that you like to do that makes you happy. We have to do something every day to make us happy. Because if we sit and listen to the news, or we listen to what's going on in the neighborhood, or we listen to, people that's not going anywhere, it'll take us down. It'll rob us. It'll steal from us. It'll steal our joy. And then we'll feel like we don't have purpose, and everybody has purpose. And I want to speak to the moms right now, and I want you to know that you are the best thing this side of heaven. You are the best mom ever. Sometimes it don't go the way that we want to go. Sometimes, we make mistakes. Sometimes it gets real extremely hard, but you have made it another day. So give yourself a hand, and take some pressure off of yourself. Nobody knows how to be a mother until you are faced with a child. And I used to say that kids don't come with a manual, but you watch people. Before you had kids, you watched maybe your mother, your grandmother. You watched your friends or the lady next door. You watch people with kids, and one thing you took away was what you wouldn't do when you have kids. You said, when I have kids, I'm not going to be like that. When I have kids, I'm not going to be like that. I said that. I said, when I have kids, I'm not going to make my kids eat squash. When I have kids, I'm not going to make my kids eat beans. My kids cook. My Nikki cooks squash. Squash soup, butternut squash soup. It's delicious. But when I was a kid, I was made to have to eat that, and I hated it. Had to sit at the table until I was finished. And I used to have my napkin, and I would chew it up and I would put it in the napkin. And my mother seen that one day. Oh, I got bopped upside the head. And then there's no more napkins. You can't have no more napkins at the table because you had to eat that food. Come on. That's probably why I'm fat right now. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, you do see some things that you don't want to do when you're raising your children. You say, "Oh no, I don't want to do this when I have my children." And some things work and some things don't. And it's really, really a difficult job. It's the hardest job in the world to raise up a life. And you want to raise it up to be an intelligent, a smart, a good kid. Law-abiding. You know what I mean? God-fearing. You want to do the best. And sometimes, it don't work out like that. Or sometimes you make mistakes. Or sometimes, the road that you were going take you down another road. Whatever happens along the way, don't stay there. If you made a mistake, apologize. Forgive people that hurt you. Ask God to forgive you for your mistakes. But more importantly, forgive yourself. Don't let the guilt, and don't even let your children, don't let your husband, your bae, don't let nobody hold you in that guilt. No. Forgive yourself and move on. I've made mistakes, and okay. I'm not bragging about them. I'm not happy about them, but I can't do anything about them. But I can make sure that this don't happen again. So make sure, that you forgive yourself. Set boundaries for your life. This is a new year, a reset. You know what I mean? A new focus. We want to do things differently, and we want to get the most out of this that we can. We want to get the best out of life. We don't want to be sitting around being unhappy. Who wants to be unhappy? Nobody. And when you're happier, when you take at least 1 hour, if you can get 2, 3, or 4, good. I applaud you. But if you train yourself to get 1 hour of happy, you'll make better decisions. You'll make more money. You'll be wiser. And your choices will be better. You'll make better choices. When you're all boggled up and you got stuff going on, you're angry, you're mad, you're hurt, you make bad decisions. It's never good to make a decision when you're going through something. Because 9 times out of 10, it's not a good decision. It's not the right decision. It's not the best decision. I used to tell my children, I used to say, remind me to whoop you behind when I get home. Now, y'all know they ain't told me nothing. They ain't remind me of anything. But I said that to let them know, listen, get it together. Knock it off. And they straightened up. That maybe wasn't the best um, parenting skills because it probably incited some fear. But that's what I needed to use. And if I made a mistake doing that, I apologize. Because my entire goal was to be the best mom in the world and to be the best mom to these beautiful kids that the Lord lent to me. Because at some point, He's going to take them back or take me back. One of the two. So I just wanted to be the best. I didn't make all the right decisions. And you probably didn't either. And it's okay. The problem is when we stay in that. The problem is when we don't allow ourselves to receive forgiveness. So we're starting off new. We're starting off new. Old things have passed away. All that stuff is behind us. Let's not keep looking back. Let's not keep on looking behind us. What used to have. Yeah, you used to do this like this. You used to be like this. You used to get drunk till you fell down to the ground. You used to do all these things. No, I used to do that. Don't allow people to bring that up to you either. Don't allow people to browbeat you with what you used to do. This is a new season. This is a new year. This is a new time. This is a reset. And your focus is different. There's so much to get in this year for you, waiting for you. And it's time that you got it. Hi, Robin. Happy New Year, my love. You said when you're happy, then you know it. You are so real and comical. Oh, I love you so much. Love you from Robin B. Thank you, my love. Thank you so much. And Happy New Year to you. We're doing new things. We're refocusing. You know what I mean? We're resetting and we're getting new results. The old results, the old stuff, you know what I mean? We're leaving it in the past. We've made mistakes. We may not have done crossed every T and dotted every I, and that's okay. Let's learn from our past mistakes and move forward. Don't allow people, don't even allow your children to browbeat you with your mistakes. Because our kids, we got to be careful. We love them, and they're the best things this side of heaven. But they can put you on a guilt trip if you allow it. We're not going to do that in this year. No. Have a talk with your kids. Let them know, Mommy's sorry. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I made a mistake. Own it. Own your mistake. Because you're teaching your children something. Own your mistake and, let them know I'm going to do better. I'm not going to, repeat the same mistake. And just forgive yourself. And move on and enjoy this year. Every day is supposed to be a good day. Even when it's a bad day. You got to find some good in that day. And if you wonder how, you're 1 hour happy. If you're having a bad day, go get in the hot tub and just relax. And just leave it all in there. Go for a walk. Ride your bike. Sing a song. Do something. Go see a movie. Go see a play. Let me tell you one thing, honey. Broadway, they say Broadway is doing it. Doing it big. Go see a Broadway play. Go out to lunch with yourself. Take a walk. Go to the park. Buy yourself some flowers. There's a lot of things you could do for you to make you happy. A lot of times we're waiting for other people to come and do something with us. Because that's how we're, wired. And that's fun to do things with other people. It really is. Your best friend, your sister, your brother, whatever. It's really nice to do something with other people. But you have to learn how to have fun with you. Be with you and be happy with you. And this year, I decided that I was going to take one day at a time because I always, uh, I'm going to eat healthier. I'm going to, do all these things. I'm going to do it, but I'm going to take one day at a time. I have goals, I've set them, but I have to do it one day at a time. And the reason being is because I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I don't want it to be too much where I abandon it. I want to make sure that I do everything in this one day that I'm supposed to do. And then tomorrow I could do it again. So I think that we get overloaded when we make a New Year's resolution or when we make, set goals for ourselves that we're so far ahead of ourselves. We don't get a chance to sit in that one day and do things in that day. So if you take one day at a time and you take 1 hour a day for you, it may be, getting a latte, a cup of latte, or a cup of coffee, or, or a cocktail. Thank you for that. Or a glass of wine. You may have to, you may do that just to regroup. Now, I didn't say drink the whole bottle of wine or have 20 cocktails. But maybe just one, just to, you know what I mean? So you can sit back and relax and just take it all in. That way, you can go over your whole day or whatever was, whatever you were doing prior to, and excel. It's so healthy for us. It really, really is. And I'm doing it with you. I'm not just putting this out here. I have to be the first partaker, and I'm doing it too. My first drink for my first show in the new year, at my new date and at my new time, is a glass of water. And I love this cup. It's so cute and so dainty and so me. So I'm having a cup of water. Who knows what I'll have next week? But I'll have something new next week. And we must incorporate water in our choices of drinks. I found out that I was drinking more other things, and water was my last choice. Okay, have you been out to a restaurant and they said, what you want to drink? And I would say, bring me a glass of, water with lemon, and bring me a glass of ginger ale with lemon. And I find myself drinking more of the ginger ale than the water. And when my water go there, because the ginger ale, okay, it's free refills. So they keep refilling it, and I keep drinking that. And I don't even get to the water. Because the ginger ale is so good. It has taste. It's refreshing. And I like that better than water. It really is sweet, and it really is addictive. Thank you for that. And, but it's enjoying. You know what I mean? And I just decided, because I decided to laugh, but I just decided that I was going to incorporate more water. I'm going to have more water because it's purifying and it's healthier. And I don't want any flavored nothing. I don't want no flavored anything. The only thing that I may have more of, I like the sparkling water. Oh, I love the sparkling water. And I don't like the flavor. I just like the plain sparkling water. It gives me a different a feel. You know what I mean? It's like I'm drinking a glass of champagne or something. It could be, a glass of champagne. It could be a glass of soda. But it's just sparkling water. And I like that too. But today I just got plain water. Just plain spring water. And it's refreshing. So let's incorporate a little bit more water. You can put a lemon in it. I love lemon water. I love to have hot water with lemon as well too. I drink that like in the morning, or I may have that or a cup of tea or something like that. Um, I've just decided not to put any sugar in it. Um, and it's an acquired taste. Yes, it is. But it's for me. And it's making me happy. And I like it. I'm doing things that I like. And that's really small, but it's something that I like. I decided that I wanted to eliminate the sugar. So I drink uh, hot lemon water, or I might have some hibiscus tea. Last night I had before I went to bed, I had a lavender tea. I never had that before, and it was different, but it was good. I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. So try some things for you. I used to give everything to the kids, and I still have to stop myself because I give everything to these girls. You know why? Because they didn't. I'm a single parent, and they didn't ask to come here. And sometimes I go. I make my own self take my own self on a guilt trip. You know what I mean? Because of certain things or whatever. Sometimes I got to get out of my own head with that. But I've learned how to put me first. And I've learned that when you put yourself first, you're setting a pattern to make yourself happy so everybody around you will be happy. So if I'm good, the girls are good. I told you a story before that I had um, one time I was crying. I don't know if I told you this. I may have told another group of women that I was talking to, but I was crying. And, me and my husband had broken up, and he had, moved on, and he was, with another woman, and I was just jealous. You know what I mean? Like, oh, she got everything now. She got him and all that. Not realizing that that was better for me. You know what I mean? But right then when I was going through it, it didn't feel so good. And I was very jealous, and I was just crying. I was just like, what? I don't even know this dude no more. Like, he's just too much into her and this and that and that and this. And I was crying. But I was on my bed and I was crying. And I didn't think that, the tears was just coming down. But I wasn't like, I was just, thinking about it, and tears was coming down my eyes. And my daughter came over and she just started rubbing my leg. And in that moment, I just was like, oh my gosh, they could see me. They could see through me. And what I was going through, I said all that to let you know that what I was going through had obviously illuminated in the house. They could feel what I was feeling. So it must have been a sad feeling because I was just laying down and I was crying. So if I can flip that and be happy, everybody is happy. You know what I mean? So I said that to help us. That's a guideline that I'm giving us to help us. You know what I mean? We got to check ourselves and make sure that we're okay. Now, I'm not saying don't feel and we don't have no feelings, but I want us to be intentional about doing something for ourselves, making ourselves happy, making ourselves feel good. Because when we feel good, we set the tone for the whole entire house. And when we feel good, everybody feels good. You know what I mean? There is a time, that you're going to cry because it's life itself. But I'm just saying don't stay there. Get yourself up and remember your 1 hour of happy. You have to incorporate that in your day, every single day. Once you start remembering to do that, when something comes up, say, I'm not going there. Because this is going to ruin my day. And I got to make sure I have my 1 hour of happy. And once you decide to do that, I'm telling you, you'll be a much happier person. Life will change for you. Life will change for you. And you will be a better person. We've done things, we've all done things that we're not happy about, that we're ashamed of. You know what I mean? Some things that we probably, you know, would have never said or would have never told anybody. I just told you guys something that I probably wouldn't have never said 5 years ago. You know what I mean? Because, hunty, but that's the real deal. And it's time to take off the mask and be for real. You got to start facing these things so that you can live a happier, healthier life. And we want to be happy and healthy. It's about being a new you, having a new start because this is the beginning of a new year and we're having a different focus. We want to have a new focus. We want to get everything good that's coming to us in this year. So I'm so glad that we had this time together today and we had a chance to discuss our new focus. We're resetting and we're going to take it one day at a time. Because when we put too much on us and we make too many demands, sometimes we just fall apart. Or we say, you know what, this is too much. And it gets overwhelming and it becomes an overload. So we're going to take it one day at a time. So next week when I come on here, I want everybody to let me know how your week went because we got to take one day at a time. It's a new year. Old things have passed away. We have a new focus. We're focusing on prioritizing us, our happiness. We want to prioritize our happiness by taking at least 1 hour for ourselves every day. Go get your feet done. Oh, your feet and nails, don't be on the phone. Just lay back and let the massage chair just go and just sit back and just don't let them rush your feet though. Because honey, if 10 people come in that door, they start rushing. Tell them don't rush your feet. Because if I take $10 off here, your tip. But just relax and get your feet done. And let them just, massage your feet and, do your feet and do your hands and just sit there and relax. That's for you. That's for your enjoyment, for your pleasure, for you to make you happy. Go get a facial and just lay back. At my old job, every week they would bring in a guy to do massages. And everybody would go and get a massage. I just thought that was the best thing. You know what I mean? I loved it there because every week this person would come for I think it was like 2 hours, and people would go in for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or whatever, and he would just massage you and all of that, and sometimes he would talk, or sometimes you would just say and you could just nod out for a minute or whatever, and it was just refreshing. And the company did that to get more production out of you, because if you're more if you got all the stress off of you, it was a little stressful job, but if you got all the stressful off of you, you alleviated some of your stress, you can produce or perform better. So if we're going to take that same principle, if we alleviate the stress, we can perform, we can produce better. So that's why we take 1 hour for ourselves so that we could just release the stress and just relax. Just doing something for ourselves. Over the holiday, we had some games that we played, and it was just so, the holidays was just so relaxing, and we did a lot of games and things like that, but we got some rest. That's important too. Rest is important. Sleep is important. Don't alleviate that. Sometimes it's okay to go to bed at 9:30, 10 o'clock and just rest. One of the things I like to do, I love sports. Um, I love watching it. You know what I mean? I go from sport to sport to sport to sport. And sometimes, the common area where our, you know, big TV is at, I get a little pushback from that sometimes. And then sometimes I just go to my room and I just watch it because I said, listen, I don't need this. I don't need this in my life. But this is what I like to do. And then they'll say, well, Mom, we're not going to sit here and watch 29 games, basketball games or football games. And okay, you don't have to watch all of that. I'll go to my room. Oh, now you acting antisocial. No, I'm not. This is just what I want to do. But I can go back and watch it. So sometimes I compromise and I say, okay, I'll come be in the common area. Come downstairs. I'll be with everybody in the common area. And I will, in the living room, and have family time. I will do that. You know what I mean? And I can see my games later. Because, whatever my station or whatever, I still can go on there and see all the ones that I missed that I didn't watch in real time. I can go back and watch them. And I have fun doing that. So it's all about finding something that you like to do. And enjoy yourself. Have fun. Because you have to take care of you. You have to be priority to you. You can't wait for your husband, your significant other, your boo, your bae. You can't wait for your kids. You can't wait for nobody else to do it. You have to be the one that starts. And then you teach people how to treat you. Okay? So remember that. Remember that. You want to initiate how people treat you. Alrighty? So this week we're going to take one day at a time. We're going to make sure that we prioritize us and take 1 hour for ourselves, whatever it is. Get you a cup of tea and sit down for an hour and just do nothing. Get yourself a cup of tea, read a book. Just make that time for yourself. You may want to rest. You may want to take a nap. You may just want to just spend some quiet time with you. You may want to go to a line dance class or to a aerobic class at the gym. Find something that you like to do. Not that other people like to do and you're forced to go. That's not for you. Do something that you like to do for you. This is a new year. This is a new start. We're resetting. This is new focus. We're doing things different. We want to have a happy year. They say happy life, happy wife, happy life, happy me. Make sure that you're happy. It's a new year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. It's a new you. You've gotten a new opportunity to do new things for you. And I want you to know that most of our health issues stem from stress because we're not happy. Once you become happy, you incorporate joy and happiness and fun in your life. I guarantee you won't be as sick as you was. You'll be healthier. Trust me on that one. Thank you all again for joining me, Miss Melanie, at Happy Hour with Miss Melanie, 1 hour of happy. We come on to make sure you prioritize you and make the best of your day. Once you take an hour to make yourself happy. I'll see you next week at our new time. We're here on every Thursday now at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I want to see you next year. I love you, love you, love you. And start enjoying your new year. Talk to you next week. Love you.